everyone, Priyanka Dhanie here from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a former national athlete in the sport of target archery and I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in Kinesiology with specialization in sport and exercise psychology. So I'm going to go through some common misconceptions in both the sport of target archery as well as in the field of sport and exercise psychology. So first of all, in target archery, a common myth is that it's a sport that doesn't require a lot of strength and fitness. This is absolutely not true because in the sport of target archery, from shooting a bow, the poundage on the bow usually goes up to sometimes it can start as low as 12 pounds and it can go all the way up to 60 pounds for target archery. Personally, for me, when I was competing, the poundage on my bow was around 55 or 56 pounds. So it is a sport that requires fitness just like any other sport. Of course, for various sports, there's different types of fitness that is required for each sport, so it varies across the board. Another common misconception about target archery is that it's a dangerous sport. I mean, it can be if you don't follow proper protocol, but it's not like the Hunger Games. There are very strict rules and procedures. For example, you're not allowed to even put an arrow on the bow unless you're on the shooting line and facing a target and there's no one else on the field. So that's just one example as to how safe it is and that there are very strict rules and precautions to make sure that these types of mistakes don't happen. So it's nothing like the Hunger Games. And yeah, it's a very safe sport once the protocol is followed.
As you can see here, I'm just facing towards the target and there's no one else in front of me.
Moving on to sport and exercise psychology. A lot of people think that sport and exercise psychology is a lot like counseling or therapy. That is only half true. There are sections of it that kind of work on a one-on-one basis in terms of understanding an athlete and helping athletes with their mental health. But a big part of sport and exercise psychology is also, it kind of resembles the responsibilities of a coach. And by that, I mean a lot of it is about establishing the goals of an athlete and helping them in figuring out how to achieve those goals. So some sports psychologists would lean more towards the counseling or therapy side of it. Some of them tend to lean more towards the coaching side of it, and some of them kind of just incorporate both. So it really depends on the individual and the area of specialization within sport and exercise psychology that they choose to adopt. Another popular misconception as it relates to sport and exercise psychology is that mental skills cannot be taught. And this is a popular myth, and I've heard a lot about it, that a lot of people believe that elite athletes are born and they cannot be made. And this is not true. Sport, like a lot of other activities in life, require a large amount of mental toughness and mental training. And sport performance requires a lot of mental training, just as much as physical training. And some athletes may even need more mental training than physical training. It all depends on the individual, it all depends on the sport. But the fact that individuals believe that elite athletes are born and not made kind of underestimates the amount of hard work and consistent training that athletes have to endure on both a physical and mental level to reach to where they are in their respective sports. So if you had any of these misconceptions about target archery or sports psychology, now you know.